Alright, welcome back. Yes, been a very long time since the last video, and let's do something a bit different today. I'm going to talk about basically how I organize and play the Chronicle of Drunagor. Um, I don't know if the Apocalypse is part of the Age of Darkness, arc, or is it that the whole trilogy is just the Awakening, Age of Darkness, and Apocalypse. But I have already completed the Age of Darkness as well as Awakening, and I'm already halfway through in Apocalypse. So I thought I just want to share like how I organize all my stuff in the box, because it's pretty scary. I have like 4 boxes here, you can see, one more behind, and this is like it's crazy. I'm not gonna like take out 4 boxes just to organize a game, and as you can tell, it's really a place hot by itself, just on the boxes, not even laying out stuff. So I'm gonna talk to you about how I managed to play the the Apocalypse with just 2 boxes, how I place everything into the 2 boxes, and I don't need to touch most of the rest of the boxes. But of course, some disclaimer here, I do have some additional contents. I have like this Lorien. I have the monster box as well, I guess. Yeah, somewhere around here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through all this and show you how some of the stuff that I use and I don't use, and basically that's about it. So if this won't be a playthrough, this won't be an unboxing. You might see some deluxification stuff that doesn't come standard, so this is one of them. You don't really get this, but in the end I didn't end up using it. I'll tell you why. But anyway, so this is the cover, very nice cover. This is like the not even a spoiler, this is the first boss you fight in Age of Darkness. So let's talk about this box that comes with the second campaign, which is like the Apocalypse campaign. So this comes with this Spoils of War, which actually is the stretch goal that comes in this box. This was quite useful for my first 2 campaign, but the amount of that stuff has already went so much out that this box just ain't gonna make it. So what happened was, as you can see, I took out some of my heroes and some of the the miniatures for the NPC. So this is I no longer need this, so this is here, and this is where I store all the old maps, the maps for the Awakening, especially because you would never need to use the Awakening's map in the Apocalypse, but you will need a base map. So the base map and the Apocalypse maps are there, the map tiles. And I also like took out the some of the additional monsters from this Spoils of War. So as you can see, you can see some of the placeholder for the colors are missing, because I've taken out some of the colors because okay, so as a disclaimer, I play this game solo, so there ain't a lot of monsters that pops up. In fact, you will try to control it, because too much monsters means you will lose the scenario. And so I took out like most of the bases for the first board. Okay, I'll talk to you why is that so, because it's like 1 player, so the boards comes in this way. So this is like the second board and this is the first board. So most of the time I will never have to use the second board, because usually there are less than 6 groups of different monsters, and actually 6 monsters around. So these colors I've taken out, and these colors, which is mostly from here, I do not use them. So I use here, and as you can see that there are actually 4 of these figures. Okay, 4 of each of these monsters. I only took out 2 of them because most of the time only up to 2 will appear in my solo game, and I wouldn't say that it's part of the rules, but this is how I control it, so that I don't end up losing the campaign. And the rest of the stuff, like the deluxe player sheet, the all this is the classes sheets, and all the players. In fact, Lorien is also here. As you can see, this is her deluxe sheet, and then we have the whole bunch from the the Awakening campaign, a whole bunch of the classes and stuff for everybody else that are not playing, all here. Okay, so all this I'll place back. So this is the box of stuff that I don't need to use in the Apocalypse campaign. I'm showing you this because some people probably ask, so what happened to the rest of the stuff? Where are they? they are like just, you know, chuck it on to a big bag somewhere or something like that. Nope. Okay, so this is also the second box. This box is the box I don't use. But I told you I don't use this because this is way too big compared to the actual you know, monster sheet. Actually, I think it's only about this size, so it's like about an inch more or so. But that's because the cube size is not changed, and they have to make in all these you know, additional dividers in order to keep it from jumping from one to one. And that's because of that the whole board has become too big, and this is like way too big for Table Hawk. So some empty boxes here. This is where I store all the special event cards and stuff that you will never need. Of course, they're from the Awakening and they're from the first campaign, you know. So some of these you know, events decks. In fact, you know, even for the Aaron's behavior, there's a second set of cards for it. And these are like all the special characters that appear in the original campaign, and you don't need them because they have specialized card for them. Anyway, you could see all this instruction you know, in the Awakening rulebook. You know, the first rule it comes about. You don't need you don't need all this additional campaign sheet because there's a new campaign sheet for it. So you probably not have this box. This is something I bought extra. This is the monster pack. I took out all the monsters. I'll show you where they are. So these monsters are actually in the current two boxes over here, which I'm playing with. Okay, but here I have all the rest of the stuff that I don't need. I think the boss is probably here, and you know, some of the stuff here. And now Lauren, no, it's almost empty. I don't need her either. And these are some of the additional tokens that I don't need. Okay, they are like way too much tokens. And this another empty box here, and this is one of the stretch goals, the Fallen Sisters. Okay, I don't need that. I have played with her once in the Awakening Apocalypse campaign. I took her out once, and that's about it. And this is the box from the Awakening, which I don't need anymore. You can see all the cannons and everything. All these, they are duplicates for them in the Awakening campaign, as well as in the Apocalypse. So they are like self-sufficient. So this I want to show because you know, you notice this is the same thing. You will see that out of all the four monsters, two of them are missing. Okay, so two of them are missing, as well as the two of them are missing. That's because I took two of them out because I might actually end up needing them in the Apocalypse campaign. And that goes the same for the rest. The heroes, I probably don't need all of them, but you know, it's nice to, you know, take them out when you need them. So at the moment, not. And this is where the rest of the stuff goes, all the cards and everything. So as you can see, I didn't really, like, you know, organize all the card back to where it was. So this was my previous characters, and no, she has pretty powerful armor, as you can tell, you know, and very good. Some of her equipments are still with her. She's really powerful, you know. And then the gold coin, I find that this was way too big and not very practical, so I didn't end up using it. And then this was my previous character, Willow. Okay, and this is all the cubes that she has gotten. So I kind of like, you know, it's kind of like save game counting. I left her here, and all here you will find that there are two monsters of each only. So they are placed here because you know, the other two is obviously where I need them. These are all the cards that comes from the original campaign, the base campaign, as well as Awakening. So all the cards that I don't need are all placed here, so that, you know, they are like stored in a place where I don't need them. And I think below here you will find the rule books for the Awakening, as well as, you know, my character sheet is still here. Basically, they goes well below because this place has you can see there's actually some space up. So this still goes pretty flat down. Okay, and that's how I store this stuff up. So let me just put them back, kind of like as best as I can remember how I do it. Okay, I remember that the sisters will go here. No, sorry, the sisters will go here, and we got Lauren here. No, actually, I kind of think that the monster packs goes here. So as you can see, it's not easy to pack everything back in, and I know you would want to, like, you know, keep them all in a good place one shot so that you know you don't ever need to ever touch them again, I hope. Okay, they more or less still goes back in. I still got some space left, so this space I will, like, you know, just spread things out so that I don't need to cram everything together. Okay, so as you can see, if you don't need one or more boxes, you can probably still store in some boxes here. And let me put this back in. So I'm pretty sorry that, you know, after 10 minutes I have not actually talked about the main thing, like what exactly went into the two boxes that I need when I'm playing the Apocalypse. Oh my god, I hope nothing flips over. So this is one of the box I use. It's a very big box. Let me just, you know, kind of like put this down a little so I can open the lid. The lid is, you know, like pretty airtight, so please don't try to press too hard on it because you might actually you know, burst the lid or something like that because of the air pressure and stuff. Okay, so as you can see, this is pre-packed. Okay, so let's go in the reverse order because, you know, this is how things you put it back. So the Apocalypse, you have this main book. Okay, so this main book is also very important because you will need to read which are the new you know, characters and every stuff, especially the miniatures, you know, because I can't remember all the miniatures by heart. Some of them looks pretty same, and these are like all the stuff that tells you that you need to use and things that you don't need to use, which is how I organize you know, those stuff based on this. And we have the Apocalypse. This is like the adventure sheets as well as all the entrance. So I'm not placed it this way because this ring binder will end up on the side and cause it to bounce out because my center has space. So I end up putting it this way so that this goes below the you know, the lid. Okay, and this is the new character sheet, which is actually very big. Okay, and I also printed out that some additional copies of the this is all the tokens and what these tokens are. But unfortunately to say that nobody has done a very nice ones where I can laminate it up. So I guess I will just have to settle with the 2 of the sheet. And this is all the maps that you ever need for the Apocalypse. Okay, so basically you contain 4 bridges, mainly the 2 bridge from the main campaign and the 2 from the Apocalypse. They're all here. So this is a very nice cover. Okay, but before that, let me just take a look at tell you about this, how I store. So I only have 2 boxes in my game. Okay, 1 boxes I store all the 3, I mean actually you only need 2 of this, but sometimes I use the yellow D20 because the black D20 and this seems to be like same color. I just want to, like, have some something to tell them apart. This is where all my chests are. Okay, on my chest cards as well as my first level cards. Up to some point when you start playing, you will only like store all the first level cards here. The second levels and third level cards, you know, like the more advanced equipments are in somewhere else. And this doesn't come in the game. I have to have a disclaimer. These are like I bought this. Basically, this is supposed to go into fish tank actually, and so I saw that this chest looks pretty good and the form factor is nice. It just goes pretty well with you know, like a square, you know, just nice. It's 1 square. So I have actually a bunch of about 10 or 20 of them, but I took out 6 because you hardly need more than 6 of them. In fact, I've never met an adventure where you need more than 6 of them so far. Okay, so here it is. And here is actually just out of convenience. I store all the rest of the cubes here. You never need so much no white cube, black cubes. But basically the trauma cubes is but I have a modification here. I have my own cubes. So as you can see, these cubes are a bit smaller than the standard size cubes. Okay, they are slightly smaller. I think maybe about no, less than a cm less. And the reason why I use this cube is because I have something that I add on to my monster HP counters, which I'll tell you soon. I also have all these you know, so I have the first few colors for the big baddies and for the small baddies. I also have this, which I usually used to store my previously. I used to store this for my I forgot what is it. This is that special fruit, you know, where you get after killing enemies and it can heal your hit point, but my character no longer use that. I had it for Willow. And I also have 2 more additional color cubes to so that you can keep track of your health and stuff like that. But I hardly use them anymore. I use one of the orange ones. So this 2 does end up here. And but basically, as you can tell, I could actually, like, you know, take out some of this cube and don't really need that much. But basically, this is all where the two sets of map here is the Apocalypse as well as the this is the origin from the original campaign. So both of them are here. The same goes for the square one and the big ones also. So I just organize it this way. And this is one of the lid that actually comes with one of the casing, so it's like very nice to just take out. Just make sure you don't exert too much force and break it. Okay, so this is my first layer. Okay, so I told you I has a modification. So this is not perfect, but this 3D printed. So this comes in two pieces. So this is one piece. Thanks to my friend who actually printed for me. And you know, you place your original. As you can see, this is so small compared to what you had just now, right? So because otherwise I have a table hop, but this the size of this is slightly off, but not unusable. It's totally usable, as you can see. After placing this in, it fits pretty nicely, and that's why you need the smaller cubes, because all this has actually kind of like string. So if you use the original cubes, it won't go in. So that's because of my 3D print. So I use the smaller cube for the monsters. And I have my character sheet. This is Shadow. She's an assassin, and she's really powerful. It's like, okay, let me tell you why she's so powerful. Because she got this poison where actually she does stealth, not poison, I mean. And when she has stealth, she does 2 damage additionally, and she also has a lot of plus, so she can do poison, which I don't use a lot. She can also like have a additional, let me see, where is it? Okay, so it's not on this sheet, but she does have a, because of her assassin traits, I actually buff her up. So you notice something, how I mark all the things that I have. So those skills that I acquired, instead of like putting white cubes to block them, I use a sticker to block them, to block the lock. So these are washi stickers. Okay, so washi stickers are like rice paper stickers. They will just peel off without a trace after you finish done with it. So all the skills that are locked are just placed over. So that means these are available, but this is still locked. So this is how I keep track of my character. Okay, and that's the same for the on the skill sheet. As you can see, why I say she's so powerful is because she got deadly precision. She can +2 to hit, and then when you have stealth, you have another +2 here, which is +4 damage already. And she can also like retaliate too when she do a reaction. And I also have another +1 to hit. So she basically has a lot of plus to the rolls, almost like I think if I'm not wrong, it's +5 to hit, and that almost means that you will never miss, because she's also a leader, which I play solo, and the other character that I can activate is myself. So she has like she has this passive skill, which is actually allies gain a +2 to hit again, which since I'm playing solo, I will interpret it as only using on myself, because there's no other ways you could use the leader in a solo game. But I just wanted to try it out, so kind of bend the rules a little bit. But also whenever she rolls 16+, when you unlock this, she get a move 3 and attack again, with another +1 damage. So as you can see, she's like a killing machine. And this is where I put my the horsemen. So this is not even a spoiler. You know that there are 4 horsemen, and sometimes you use 1 or 2 of them. So I actually took out 1 of them, and it's here. Here's where I kept all my standees. There's plenty space of standees. So there are some standees which are special. So these are like the 2 sets of standees where there are a lot of repeats. So basically they are like 2 fractions. One fraction are all the girls, 1 fraction are all the guys. I won't spoil the stories, but basically you have about 5 or 6 of each of them. I place it here so that easy to find them. These are all the standing stuff, and this is where all the rest of the standing goes. So you will get some of them which include the NPC as well. And here is where I use all the dividers. Okay, the dividers will go something like this: white monster, grey monster, black monster. So all the event decks that's special to this. Okay, all the additional allies you get. Okay, so basically you can already see that these are the guys and the girls I mentioned just now. They are standees, and you will get more of the rest of the stuff here. And then all the chest cards are not here because the chest card is actually here. Okay, so I took out all the chest cards because I need to get access to them frequently. I'm basically a looter. And here is where I put all the commanders and overlords, and also all the commanders, the purple special cards, the blue cards, as well as, you know, the rest of the commanders are all here, as well as the commander cards. Okay, they're all here. Then the classes, which I hardly use, you know, this where the but basically because you have all this is actually on your big deluxe sheet. And this is where all the level 2 and level, so the basic ones I kept here. Okay, see please. So some of the level 1 I already expanded and I upgraded, so they are here as well. So the level 2s, you know, as well as the level 3s cards are all here. Okay. Then we have all the adventure cards, the purple ones, you know. So these are the adventure items. And all behind here are all like the boss cards for the horsemen, the overlords and stuff. All here. And under heroes, I have some of the other inventories which actually I won't be using. But I kept all these additional items because I'm willing to sacrifice them to upgrade. And at the very end, I have all my, you know, special events, like, you know, so you put at the end of the track, you know, like Dreadful Raid and, you know, all your monster raid and stuff. So they're all here. And bear in mind the monster raid, you know, this is, you know, in case I forgot to mention, some of these black cards, make sure you take them from the base game as well, because you will need at least a few of them very often from the base game. That's like spreading the darkness and stuff. And this tree, I leave it as is because there are no other place they can go. This is where I put the doors for the next adventure. So as you can see, I'm ready on the chapter 11. So these are all the doors for chapter 11. And I'm ready to play. My inventory, you know, I kept some of the cards that are like very common. So I'm fighting the, you know, famine horseman now, so I kept that. As you can see, the Dreadful Raid often comes out. And you also need to use this special errand decks when you're fighting the famine horseman. Okay, that might be a spoiler, but you know, you still don't want to know why. Okay, and I won't tell you why because that would be real spoilers. And these are like my you know, equipments. And this is my miniatures. This is the you know, the beautiful assassin. Okay, so I wanted to paint her, but you know, and I store all her cubes here, you know, her starting cards and some, and then her allies. She has an ally here, which I don't know if I probably use the wrong standee. And then there's this. Okay, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to be spoilers, but I'm going to talk about this. Like all the things on the initiative tracks where they are like in between games. There are very few chances that actually you can go camping this time, and you know, you'll be forced to like store them. So instead of writing them on sheets, I just chuck all the, you know, like the stuff that's on the initiative track here on this big black this big place. So and you know, that is like a place where I can store everything, and you know, so I store all my character stuff here. I even can put this here. No, I can't because I printed it this way. So, but luckily this fits well because take a look, you know, it doesn't hit that. So, and this fits here. Okay, so this is like the bottom part. The top part will be the map. The map will go on top of this. So, properly stored, this will be what it looks like. Okay, so this is a very good tray. I like this tray. This tray comes in the Apocalypse campaign. Okay. And below that, you have one of this tray, which actually, you know that some of these characters I will never use. So there are 2 of each of the guys here, okay? Because I hardly use more than 2, so I place 2 of each here, okay? And then there are some additional heroes. I took out one of the heroes, as you can see, for NPC. And yeah, and below here, you might have this sponge. So I have this sponge that actually I have no place to put, so I stuffed the sponge right underneath here because there's plenty of space here, so it doesn't block anything. This place remains the same if you place the first campaign till now. You have the big board, okay, and then you have the two you know, splitter one and the 2 flat ones below, okay. And all the rest of here is still here. You probably don't need this a lot unless your random monster comes up. So there are more random monsters here. As you can see, I have 2 of each. And why isn't this 2 of them into those you know, the other boxes? Is because their shape is pretty unique. You can't put them anywhere else. So they end up here because they are like kind of big, really. They don't fit into any of the other holes where you can, like, you know, fit monsters in. So that's why they end up here. And this is my box number 1. Basically, as you can tell, most of the fort is because of there's a lot of miniatures, and because of the miniatures, I have to kind of, like, you know, think of ways to, you know, store them and, you know, try to optimize the way And you can see this, even this is optimized because there are like space where the rings will go in without like blocking everything. So let me move this one side and I'll bring in the other box. Okay, so the other box will obviously be this box. Okay, so just give me like 5 seconds while I talk to you guys and move these humongous 20 kilo boxes. No, I'm just exaggerating. It's not really 20 kilos, but definitely more than 2 kilos. And I don't think I will attempt to carry all 4 boxes in one shot. It might break my back or something. But anyway, this is where I store the other boxes. So this is the second box that I need to play with the Apocalypse. So these are all the rest of the tokens. My friend actually was very nice. He printed me the second sheet that accommodate for this, but I didn't end up using it most of the time. It just end up here. So these are the bases for the bosses. Okay, as you can see, there are 4 bosses. So one of them looks like this, and then one of them looks like this, and 2 of them looks like this. So how I store it is a very unique way to do so. So this is the darkness tray. Okay, this you can't store it right side up. You store it up right side up, there will be no space. But you store it upside down, there will be this hollow place where you can just like put this here. Okay, and this goes nicely together, as you can see, with this darkness tray. So the darkness tray will go to one side where there's this big arc here. So I store this right where the arcs provide a hollow. Okay, it's pretty tight. Okay, but it won't damage anything. And these two, because if you were to store it this way, you can only store one of them. You can't store both. So I have stored them. You can store them one this way and one tilting, but it's okay. And the thing is that this doesn't block the cover. This is just nice the way I store it. As you can see, if you put it. Okay, I have only 20%. My iPhone started to complain, but I think I will be able to make it. So as you can see, this doesn't like destroy the stands. So I take out the stands. Okay, I'll take out the darkness tray. So the darkness tray is occasionally used, but not that much. Okay. And here is where all my the rest of the 4 horsemen here. I have printed out some stuff because I didn't want to like carry a lot of the I just want to have a quick reference to all the bad guys and stuff. So these are like additional stuff that you don't need to know. Okay, so this is like this is totally unnecessary, but it happens to be part of it. So here it is. So I organize all the the doors. So this is the part this is only the part that you need for the Apocalypse. The rest are like for the rest of the campaign, the smaller boxes and stuff. And also there are like traits here for the different classes. Okay, so I hardly use any of this. So there they are. And here I have actually assembled the flags. Okay, as well as the for this small the cube. I can't remember what's the name, but it's like the Capraca or something like that. Okay, so this tray is basically there to take up space because I don't know where to throw them anyway. Where else? But there's not much of a use here. But this is where the stuff is. Okay, so I have 2 trays. Okay, of tokens. One of them is from the Apocalypse, one of them from the base game. This is where I have most of this whole box is from the Apocalypse itself. Actually, as you can see, all 4 of them are here because I have nowhere else to chunk them. So the 4, you may use up to 4 of the monsters from the Apocalypse, which I guess makes sense since you're in the Apocalypse. And so this is the tray. You organize this according to however you wish to. This is the I think this is the original tray. Okay, and I think I mixed out the cover. So this is the Apocalypse tray. Okay, below. Okay, so you can see I also printed out like an easy sheet to remember how many icons each have. You'll find this on the BGG. And my tracks actually goes onto the cover here. Okay, so this is where the tracks goes on the cover. And I also had my friend printed me this 3D printed stuff, which actually is pretty useful because these 2 tracks is they really kind of like move about too much, and then during play they just don't stay in the place. So what this track does is that they lets you fit this. Sorry, I think I kind of like press the stop button, but anyway, the track just keep keep them in place. So this is what is about. Okay. So as you can see, this is where I kept this. Okay. Right at the, but you have to like flip this so that you know both of the long side is over here, and the long side goes in over to here, which is just nice. Okay. It's a bit hard to imagine this when I'm doing like one-handed, but you know, basically they will trust me, they will fit properly. And how you go about doing this is that after you fit everything into one tray, you put the other tray on top of this, stack it up, and you know, they will fit perfectly, so that they interlock each other, and then they will stay into the one corner of this. Okay. Alright, and now that was a phone call, but anyway, I managed to arrange this. So you see, like this lid had this holder with you know, which will hold the sticks in place. I kept the, you know, the clips here, and this actually goes on top nicely, you know, so that they interlock with each other and they don't move. So this is the right way to put it. I don't know if anybody else found out. I found out by mistake. There was no manual or anything that says so. As you can see, this tray was originally empty because you know, it just came empty, and I have placed two of the bad guys. You know, these are the two bosses from the I think from the Spoils of War boxes. So other than that, the rest of them is I have two of the monsters from each of the other campaigns, because in case I need them, like, you know, the vampires and stuff. As you can see, some of them are like too big, but they are not big enough for those four that ended up, you know, in the tray below in the other box. So, you know, I can't do anything about it. This just goes this way, and actually you can put a map here as well. So, but I did not put a map here. I chose to put it on the other tray. So I think this place also fits the map if you so want to be. And I guess that's about it. I am going to I'm going to, you know, play right after this. So I'm not going to like pack everything back in, but I'm going to like put some of this stuff back in. And I guess I hope that you have like enjoyed this video, you know, and it's helpful in some way to at least some people. And I hope that we'll see you again soon. I'll be able to talk about some other board games, which actually I have plenty, because, you know, like, they are stockpiling, and I want to spend more time playing board games. How about you? Let me know, and I'll see you again soon.